today's math tutorial, we'll be having a look at the order of operations and how to use the order correctly in order to calculate a given sum. Now, first let's define what the order of operations is. The order of operation refers to the order in which a math calculation is completed. Now, I've encountered numerous abbreviations on the order, but these are the main three that you might encounter as well. The first one is Pemdas, and Pemdas tells us that brackets is first, followed by indices, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. We also get Pemdas. Pemdas is brackets first, orders second, division, multiplication, addition, and then subtraction. The third and final one is Pemdas, and Pemdas refers to parentheses first, exponents second, multiplication, division, addition, and then subtraction. So let's see how these three different abbreviations correlate with each other. First of all, we can say that orders are the same as indices and are also the same as exponents, and that brackets are the same as parentheses. Let's move on to some examples. Let's calculate 8 plus 3 multiplied by 2 minus 4 divided by 2. So this one is fairly easy and straightforward. So the first step we are going to do is we are going to divide. So we're going to say 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Our next step will be multiplication. Here we are going to multiply 3 with 2, and we are going to get 6. So now we have 8 plus 6 minus 2. Our third step will be addition. Now we are going to say 8 plus 6 is 14, and then we're going to rewrite minus 2. And finally, we're going to subtract to get 12 as our final answer. In this example, we have 8 plus 3 times brackets 2 minus 4 divided by 2. Our first step will be to do our brackets with division. So we're going to do the division within the brackets first. So we're going to say 4 divided by 2 is 2. So inside our brackets, we now have 2 minus 2. Our next step will be to subtract inside the brackets. Remember, we're still doing brackets first because brackets is first in any order of operations. And we're going to get 0. Our next step is to multiply 3 with 0 and use our multiplication law that states that any number multiplied with 0 equals 0. Now we have 8 plus 0. And finally, we're going to do the addition. 8 plus 0 equals 8. In our third example, this one gets a little bit more trickier. Here we have exponents, and we're going to have to use our integer laws. Our first step would be to expand the bracket with the exponent. So we're going to do our bracket first, and since the exponent is linked to the bracket, we are going to do orders as well. So we have 50 divided by, in brackets, minus 5 times minus 5. Remember, the negative 5 is inside the brackets, so we are going to multiply the negative number with the same negative number. Our next step is to use our integer laws while we multiply, and we know that a negative multiplied by a negative will yield a positive. So now we have 50 divided by 25 minus 22 plus 5. Our next step will be division. So we are going to divide 50 by 25, and we're going to get 2, yielding 2 minus 22 plus 5. And our next step is to do addition and subtraction. And this is very important. We're just going to do addition and subtraction from left to right, as we must remember addition and subtraction, as well as division and multiplication, have equal priority. If you want more info on this, please check out my video on the Pemdas dilemma. Our next example is to calculate 63 divided by 3 to the power of 2 minus 6 plus brackets negative 4 to the power of 3 outside of the bracket. So our first step here is to expand the bracket with the exponent. So we're going to do, again, our brackets first. And again, since the exponent is linked to the bracket, the order as well. So we have -4 times -4 times -4 inside of our bracket. Now we're going to use our integer laws again, and we're going to see, okay, so when I multiply -4 with -4, I'm going to get a positive. Then when I multiply that positive number with the negative number, the -4, the third -4, I'm going to get a negative. 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. So we have -64. And I'm going to keep this in brackets for one reason. We now have a plus and a negative next to each other. And here we need to apply our integer law once more. We are going to say a positive times a negative equals a negative. So those two signs becomes a negative. We must remember that just in front of a bracket, we have a multiplier of 1. So it's actually 1 times -64. Our next step is to expand the exponents. Now that the brackets have been done, we still have one exponent left, and that's in our second term. And using our exponent laws, we're going to get 3 times 3. Calculating that, we get 63 divided by 9 minus 8 minus 64. Next step is division. So we're going to say 7 minus 8 minus 64, because 63 divided by 9 is 7. And finally, we're going to do subtraction to get to our answer of -65. In our final example, we have the following. Calculate inside of the brackets 8 times 2 to the power of 4 plus 34 that is outside of the bracket. Here we're going to do something special. We are going to do the brackets first, but since there is an order inside the brackets and there is more than one term, we are going to nest the expansion of that order inside of the bracket. So we're going to have the bigger brackets, 8 times, brackets inside, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, close that bracket, plus 34. Calculating the expansion first, we are going to get 16. We still have a bracket, we still have 8 times 16. We've just completed the orders inside of the bracket. Now we need to multiply the original 8 with that result. So now we do brackets and multiplication, and we are going to get 128 plus 34. Since the brackets are now eliminated, there's no more orders, and there is no multiplication or division, we can now just do the basic addition, and we're going to get to our answer, which is 162. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to my channel and check out any other videos that might benefit you. Thanks for watching.